What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we're going to check out an awesome kind of spicy team here for the Great League Remix Cup that is going to be Lanturn, Pelipper, and Noctowl. So shout out to Sushi Roll 824. Thank you for sharing your battles with us. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, getting into this first battle here. Lanturn has always been a sleeper that is very strong, and we do see it on the lead here versus Primeape. So they're going to go ahead and swap out right away into this Noctowl, and the opponent is deciding to stay in. I hope notifications, sorry to blast you, but I hope notifications go off for the rest of this video. But we do see a nice slash there, no shield on the Noctowl, and the Primeape is staying in. But honestly, Primeape has taken this thing down by 60% already with counters and one Night Slash, which is beautiful. They do shield as well, so hopefully Noctowl can get to one more. Oh man, able to get to another Sky Attack, which is beautiful right here, but Primeape absolutely putting in work versus Noctowl here. That's because of that normal flying typing. They do get two shields as well. And the Noctowl, oh my goodness, notifications, please go off. If this happens for the rest of the video, then you guys likely aren't going to see the video. But we're probably going to see the Pelipper come in now and look to farm down. As they can get quite a bit of energy, and we do see a swap right away into Snorlax. So Pelipper will be able to go for a Weather Ball right here. It's just a matter of if they decide to stay in or go into the Lanturn. To be honest, I could see them going into the Lanturn to tank some of the moves, but honestly, it's going to be up to this battle right here. Yep, they go ahead and go into the Lanturn to tank the moves right here. Lanturn is very bulky, Pelipper a bit more glassy here, both of them taking neutral damage from Body Slam. So Lanturn likely going to have to throw a charge move here versus Snorlax, as it's going to be able to get to multiple Body Slams if they try to commit to a farm down with Spark here as the fast move. So will we see the Thunderbolt right away? No, they're going to do it just before they get to that third Body Slam. This is going to be taking out the Snorlax as all shields are down. If Primeape does decide to come in, it's going to be extremely low and can be farmed down by Spark. We're actually going to see a Muck come in. This is going to be a Poison Jab and Muck as well. So they're going to go ahead and go for the Thunderbolt here. This is going to land actually on the Primeape, as they did swap it out just before the charge move went off. They still have a shield. They still have Pelipper with some energy. So this is going to be close. They do get to the Thunderbolt in time. We will probably see a swap right away, as they don't want to get farmed down for energy. And we'll see a Weather Ball just go off right here to close this game out. So that is going to be a good game, very well played. But it was kind of cool to see the Primeape there on the lead put in a lot of work on Noctowl. To be fair, giving up both shields might have been detrimental to them in that battle, but we do have Lanturn now versus Lapras on the lead. This is a very positive lead, and we will see a swap into Drapion. So Noctowl is going to go ahead and come into this matchup. Noctowl can do pretty well here, especially if they're just going to be spamming Crunch, as it only does neutral damage. Hopefully they don't get debuffed as well, so yeah, they're just going to be spamming Crunch. No debuff just yet, but Sky Attack here can do quite a bit of damage. But Drapion, do not sleep on it on the safe swap. It can put a lot of pressure, even on things that are supposed to counter it, like Whiscaches, for example. Sky Attack now coming through. Will we see the first shield here from Drapion? No, they decided to let it go. That's very interesting. Drapion could potentially fully farm down here. It's going to be close, but they're going to have to shield if they want to do that. Here comes the next Sky Attack, though. No shield. All right, so able to maintain positive switch advantage. That is huge for the Lanturn right here, and we do see a swap into Diggersby, so that's a good game. Pelipper resists all the moves unless it is running Hyper Beam, but yeah, they go ahead and surrender. So good game right there, but if they would have gone for switch with Drapion, that could have been a lot different. Alright, so we have Trevenant now on the lead versus Lanturn. So this is definitely a very tough lead for them. They're going to swap out right away into the Pelipper right here, and we do see a Muck come in. Now, do not sleep on the Kanto Muck right here. Has access to Poison Jab, Thunder Punch, and Dark Pulse, which has great coverages on the meta. And obviously with Pelipper being that water flying typing, a Thunder Punch will boom it. And we are going to see a no shield right here. So there's the Thunder Punch. Boom! Takes out the Pelipper. And will we see the Lanturn now come back in? This is going to be an interesting choice. They're going to go ahead and come in with Lanturn now. They need to load up on some energy, and we're likely going to see a Dark Pulse coming from the Muck right here, as it is going to do neutral damage. Let's see, though. Here comes the charge move. It is going to be actually a Thunder Punch there. Not too much damage, as it is electric water typing, right? So it takes neutral. They're going to go ahead and go for a Thunderbolt themselves. They need to keep the Noctowl. Hopefully this is the only counter to a flyer, but we will see. But hopefully... Oh, and they swapped back into Trevenant. That is asking for it, as Noctowl now is an extremely hard counter to Trevenant. The Shadow Ball and Seed Bomb are all resisted. Same with Shadow Claw because of the normal... Here comes the notifications again. Here comes because of the normal flying typing there on Noctowl. So... Seed Bombs, again, not doing too much right here, but Trevenant is so spammy that if Noctowl decides not to throw its energy, it could get chunked down too far. It may need the health in order to close this game out. This is going to be a very close one, but they do have max energy now, and they're going to go ahead and go for a Sky Attack right here to take out Trevenant. So they have a charge move ready to go for whatever's in the back. We know the Muck is back there, and they are very scared about Noctowl, so we are going to see a shield now go up on the Thunder Punch. So what could be in the back? Here we go. We're going to find out. It is going to be a Malamar, actually. Very interesting. Very spicy team right there. But Sky Attacks here are going to do neutral damage. And there is still a Lanturn to try to deal with right here, which has energy as well. So we are probably going to be seeing a shield on the charge move. Yeah, we're going to see a shield as they need to throw this Sky Attack right here to get that final shield. And then, as you guys are probably gaming out this match, they're going to probably swap into Lanturn and look to go for the charge move right here, which they do right away. And they do have the Thunderbolt ready to go. Even though Malamar looks like kind of like a standing up squid, it is not a water type. So it's only going to take neutral damage right here. And that is going to be a good game to the opponent right there. All right, moving into the next one, we have Lanturn on the lead versus Superior. All right, so a very hard lead loss. We will see that Pelipper be swapped in right away, and we are going to see a Noctowl now come into the matchup. So Pelipper with Weather Balls can put a lot of shield pressure very quickly and chunk health. That's what's beautiful about the Weather Ball Pelipper. You guys know just how strong it is from using it in Open Great League. It does amazing as well in the... Remix Cup here. So they're going to go ahead and shield the first Sky Attack. They need to try to get to 2 Weather Balls right here in order to force a potential shield or build up to that Hurricane, which they're actually one fast move away from doing. But this Weather Ball might just get a shield from the opponent, which it does, and they are going to go ahead and throw the next Sky Attack. So they are looking to go double shields here. They really want to take that switch advantage back. Obviously, Noctowl needs to be aligned to the Superior. So hopefully the Pelipper here can get off 2 Weather Balls before a Sky Attack comes through, but it is going to be close. No, the Noctowl survives, and they swap into Lanturn to now catch the charge move, which is going to be resisted here, as it is going to be the Sky Attack there, but Superior now can come in and absolutely load up on energy. This is the tough thing about Lanturn. It does not have an answer for neutral damage to Grass-type Pokemon, most Grass-type Pokemon, as Thunderbolt and Hydro Pump are resisted. I kind of wish it had some other move to do neutral in these situations, but unfortunately it doesn't. So we are going to see the Frenzy Plant now come through from the Superior, which takes out the Lanturn. And Noctowl now has an opportunity to load up on energy. As long as there isn't a hard counter to Flyers in the back, things are looking very interesting right here, as Noctowl will be resisting the charge moves from Superior and be able to load up on probably max energy right here from farming down. Kind of surprised we aren't seeing Leaf Storms come through to massively debuff Noctowl. That would be quite annoying, but Frenzy Plants are doing the work anyways. That is a lot of damage. Can they farm down? They go ahead and swap into Pelipper now to catch the charge move, which is unfortunate, as Pelipper will go down with energy right here. But Noctowl, can it close this game out? No, there's going to be a Shadow Hypno in the back, so they have to go for the Shadow Ball. Hopefully this lands. There's going to be a shield. Oh, it landed. Okay, but it still didn't one-shot. And they do surrender right there, so good game. All right, moving to the next one, we got Lanturn versus Alolan Muck now on the lead. Neutral matchup right here, and they decide to swap into Sandslash, so Pelipper now is going to come in. They got to be very careful about the potential Rock Tomb coming here, as Sandslash does have access to that. So this is going to be interesting how this plays out. Here comes the charge move. They're going to let it go. Is it going to be the Rock Tomb? Yeah, it is going to be the Rock Tomb. That did a lot of super effective damage right there. And can they commit to the full farm down? It's look like they're... Oh, no, they're going to go ahead and go for the Weather Ball right here just before the Sandslash was able to get to it. So Kanto Sandslash, definitely spicy and has coverage moves now, which is great. But They're going to have to shield this next Rock Tomb now if they want to take switch advantage. No, they're going to let it go. Sandslash able to flip the Pelipper matchup right there, which is very unfortunate. Lanturn's going to need to come back in with energy. And it's all about what is going to be in the back, as shield advantage right now is still looking very positive here. And we will see a Whiscash in the back. So this is actually pretty decent. Whiscash, yes, can do super effective damage with Mud Bombs. But Hydro Pump here is going to be chunking, and it probably is probably going to land, which is going to allow Noctowl a lot more wiggle room in order to close this game out. Here comes the Hydro Pump, and it lands. That is beautiful. And they're just going to go ahead and let the opponent... Oh, and they catch the Mud Bomb there on Noctowl. That is a huge catch, a massive waste of energy for the Whiscash right there. And we do see the Muck now come into this matchup. Muck is well swapped right away at the beginning of the battle, so it does not have a lot of loaded energy. So this is basically a fresh fight. Oh, and it's an Acid Spray right there. That is unfortunate. So Muck looking to go for the Acid Spray route with Poison Jab to try to take this Noctowl out. They do get a shield as well, so Muck might actually be able to take this one, as Sky Attack is not going to be doing enough neutral damage really to one-shot an Alolan Muck right here. But Acid Sprays and Poison Jabs will really start to add up. Maybe we'll see a Hydro Pump close. You never know. So here comes the next charge move. Probably going to be another Acid Spray. They got to let it go. And it's actually going to be a Dark Pulse, which is fine. We will see Lanturn now come in, and they have to commit to the farm down right here. They need the Hydro Pump for the Whiscash. So this is going to be a race. Will the Whiscash swap back in? Yes, it does. They're going to go ahead and go for Hydro Pump now, just before Whiscash was able to get to the Mud Bomb. So Hydro Pump will be taking out the Whiscash, and it's going to be a race to the charge move. Can they farm down? Yes, they can. Lanturn able to close it right there. So good game, very well played. All right, moving into the next one, we have Trevenant again on the lead. Bad matchup. We're going to see that Pelipper come in right away, and we will see a Dragalge come in. Interesting matchup right here, as if a Hurricane lands, this matchup is completely flipped on its head. But if Dragalge can successfully shield the Hurricane or no shield the Weather Ball, the Dragon Tails will make quick work of Pelipper. As you guys can see, Pelipper is already critically low in the red. Here comes the Hurricane. It gets shielded right there, so Dragalge is going to be able to take this mid-game with energy as well, but not before Pelipper can throw this final Weather Ball to chunk just a little bit of health there on the Dragalge, putting it within range to potentially farm down right here with Lanturn. Even though the Electric-type moves will be resisted, it's still a potential opportunity to farm down. Let's see how this plays out. Here comes the charge move. Is it going to be a Gunk Shot or Outrage? It is going to be the Gunk Shot. That lands for so much damage. That is unfortunate. So Dragalge is going to absolutely shred apart this Lanturn. The Gunk Shot landed. That is a Hail Mary trash can that you do not want to land on a Lanturn. And we will see Noctowl now come in to the Trevenant and a Stunfisk in the back. That is going to wrap it up, basically. That is going to be a GG right here. Stunfisk has access to Discharge, obviously doing super effective damage to Noctowls. And honestly, I don't know if there's a lot this Noctowl can do. We might see these Shadow Balls land. No, it gets shielded right there. So Noctowl's going to have to land one more Shadow Ball and maybe a Sky Attack. But he does have 2 shields, so this is going to be interesting. They're going to go ahead and no shield this next charge move. It is going to be Discharge. Doesn't do too much damage. It is super effective, but they can survive. So here comes a Shadow Ball. It is going to be a race. If Noctowl can successfully take this thing out with one more Shadow Ball, we are looking at a very close end game right here. But I think we may actually see a swap now into Trevenant. Oh, they have a Sack Swap ready to go. They have a Sack Swap. Oh, the Trevenant comes in. They're going for the Shadow Ball right away, but they need to undercharge it, which they do. Hopefully this doesn't do too much damage, and it doesn't. They should be able to farm down. This is going to be very close. Here comes the Seed Bomb. The energy management is on point right here for this battle, and it's going to be a Shadow Ball. Not enough, though, because of the normal typing. They're going to have to swap. Trust in the Force, and they swap. No, they get farmed down. That is unfortunate right here, and they are going to go down to the Discharge. So very close. Last minute maneuvering right there. Again, it all comes down to the feel as the opponent is overcharging, anticipating a sack swap. Good game. All right, so we got Lanturn versus Drapion Elite. Shiny Drapion. What a flex. All right, we're going to go ahead and see this match out actually play out here on the lead. And will we see a Hydro Pump or Thunderbolt, though? Hydro Pump is obviously going to do a lot more damage, and they're going to let these crunches go through as well, as it doesn't do too much damage to start off with. They're going to go ahead and actually go for the Thunderbolt now. It is still going to do a decent amount here, but will it get a shield from the Drapion? It does get the first shield. That is a good setup for knocked out Pelipper sweep endgame. But let's see if the Drapion decides to go for another crunch. Yeah, they're going to go ahead and go for the crunch here. So it does get shielded, and here comes another Thunderbolt. This likely is not going to do enough damage to take out Drapion, but getting it low could possibly open up the door or get a second shield, open up the door for Pelipper to come in and apply a lot of pressure with Hurricanes and Weather Balls. Here comes the first Weather Ball. Hopefully Drapion goes down. No, barely able to survive, and it survives with energy as well, which means this Pelipper needs to get off this Hurricane versus the Dugong here. But thankfully, because of the water flying typing, they're only going to take neutral damage from Icy Wind, so they can hold on. But unfortunately, Icy Wind lowers that attack, right? So Hurricane is going to do less damage than it would have before. Now, this is also going to be a good setup for Lanturn to come in and farm down. So hopefully they can get to a Weather Ball. They got to throw the Weather Ball. They didn't throw it. All right, that's fine. Lanturn can come in, look to farm down with Spark and have loaded energy. And it's all going to be about knocked out. Can it close this game out? What is going to be in the back? Will we see a swap back into Drapion right here as well? They got to be very careful about that, as it's going to apply a lot of pressure and force that final shield. I imagine we see a Drapion swap in right here. There it is. There's the swap, putting a lot of pressure on Lanturn. Is it going to shield? They are, but we're going to see that knocked out come out. Yep, here comes the knocked out. They're going to go ahead and commit to the farm down. They will eat a crunch on the way out, but getting ahead on energy, actually an Aqua Tail, that's even better. Getting ahead on energy right here to try to close this game out with Shadow Ball and Sky Attack is the play. We do see Mirror... Oh, no, not a Mirror Fight. I saw the normal flying typing. It's actually going to be a Pidgeot right here, but knocked out is loaded enough. They also cleared debuff on Lanturn as well from Icy Wind. Is loaded enough to get off 2 Sky Attacks right here, so that is looking... Oh! Pidgeot! Abel, is this going to be a Brave Bird? No, it's just going to be a Feather Dance right there. Oh, this is going to be a tight race. They do get to the Sky Attack in time. Go for a Great. Go for a Great. No, they just went for Excellent. That's not going to be enough to KO. Lanturn is now coming in to farm down. Dugong swaps in to a Thunderbolt right here. Oh my goodness, the swaps in this game are beautiful. Thunderbolt now takes out the Dugong, and it's going to be fast moves versus the Pidgeot, and Pidgeot goes down. So Lanturn able to close it out right there. Good game. And that was the final battle. Wow. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Those battles were actually very, very good. So thank you, Sushi Roll 824 for sharing your battles with us. That was awesome to see. It's a great spicy team, I think. Very accessible as well. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.